Hello everybody, this is Hojo. Uh, my actual name is Hossein Jolani. People they know me as a Hojo. Um, I am painting um, completely new style of painting. I'm bringing it to the surface. You don't use palette knife, you don't use brushes. Simply you use these my own invented FlowCups. As you can see um, that I am using one of them. This FlowCups, how I come up with the idea was my wife one time was painting and he was pouring paint on the canvas, and I asked her, do you guys have any tools that you use for painting? She said, just we pour different ways with different whatever tools they use, different method and style, and create paintings. And I said, okay. I tried to come up with some things that helps a little in the process, makes the pouring paint on canvas with precision. And that's where I come up with this flow cup. Allows you to flow paint on a canvas with the precision. You can control the flow of the paint on the canvas. That's how I started. I call it this style of painting, I call it Flowism. It's just Flowism. And you can call it as a medium, you can call it flow medium painting. And also sometimes I refer to myself as a flowist artist. Overall, it's a new way of painting. Right now, I wanted a little explain about this painting. I did this painting really a few days ago, and the challenge when it comes to painting portrait of one person in this style, Flowism style, is just everything has to be precisely accurate. But there is a downside on that too. When you flow paint on a canvas, sometimes this paint moves around, especially if it is not balanced. The canvas is not balanced. As you can see, I have some stuff in the back side of the canvas that I set it the way that it's completely that canvas is a balance. When I flow paint on the canvas, when I let it set, I don't want the paint to move around, to go to one side. I want it exactly to dry exactly how I did pour it. That's the reason sometimes the consistency of the paint is a big deal. Okay, let's go back to this painting. This painting that I did, it has to do with one of my co-worker, or just, I work with. And I told him that I will paint a picture of him, and he gave me this picture, and I start doing it. As I said, this painting is it's just my second portrait pictures I have ever done Flowism style. It's a very challenging, but my things on this one was I challenged even myself more by picking a paint that it was not the normal paint. I went to the hardware store and I just picked a paint that they sell as a sample for you to use it, and I just picked the color, picked the sample, and I start painting. I said, okay, already it's mixed, I don't have too much consistency, is just maybe I can add a little water to it. It's a lot more easier or simpler for me, not knowing when it dries what will happen. The other challenge I had was on this painting, I started with the small detailed area. I call it shape. Go to bigger space. Like if I right now, as you can see, that I'm painting areas that it's very close to eyes, and also I started with the light color. On my first portrait painting, I started with the dark, I went to light. On this one, I started from light to go to the dark. And on my first painting, I started with the big shapes, go to the small shapes. On this one, I'm doing opposite. I'm going from small shapes, I go to the big shape. And also this picture is 8 by 10. It's 8 by 10. It's small. And I'm challenging myself. I'm challenging myself to see how I do with this Flowism style. Now, sometimes if I don't say nothing, it's just because I'm just trying to see what's really is important for me to mention it. And one of the challenges I had on this painting was also I kept the canvas in a one position. I set it to the way that I cannot move around the canvas. I have to just use it one way. And the other things I did was I had two cameras, one from straight up, looking down, and there is another camera I have, it's on the left side. both cameras, for right now, I'm putting the one that it's straight from above on a YouTube. And I'm just not so sure that I want to put the second one, which is from the side view on a YouTube. I'm not so sure yet, but we will see. But for right now, I'm using this one that I recorded from above. Sometimes it's just I forget about it, and I bring my head far in and block the view, and I had to take some of those moment pictures out. And also there is some things, because I recorded this, it was in 1 hour, like a 40 some minutes or so. But I didn't want to take part of it out, cut it in a normal time. I said, okay, I will increase the speed of the recording. I increased it to 1.5. I didn't want to go too fast, or if I was going normal speed, it could be 1 hour, some 45 minutes or so. But overall, I did it in 2-3 days. Paint, I did in 3 days. The reason I did, as you will see when I use these paint, first of all, the consistency of this paint was not as, I mixed it, I made it to the consistency that it was flowing so good. But when I came next day to start painting, I realized that it's not as flowing as the day before when I add water to it, mixed it, somehow it changed. And I decided to paint the way it is, with whatever the consistency was. It was not flowing as well. That's one challenge I had. The other challenge that I had was when I flow the paint on a canvas, and right there I noticed that some parts of it, as I was flowing paint on a canvas, making like a forehead and face, I noticed that when it was drying, it was getting a little crack. That was a little unusual for me to see the crack that soon when the paint starts drying. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure that I want to do it, but I believe in consistency. I believe whatever you do, you have to be consistent. And I said, okay, if I started with this, hardware store paint, and I'm going to do almost all of it except the black one. I didn't have it. I forgot to get the black color, but the white one and then brown one and the tan face color, these are all, I got it, but I didn't get the black one. for when I left the paint, after I was done with the face, as you can see, it just on the forehead, some areas, that section should, because I had enough paint in there, needed to be closed down and be even. But some things happened that, as I said, the paint was not flowing as well. But I tried to just keep doing whatever I was doing. And sometimes I'm a kind of a person that I work in an environment that they say, you don't make mistakes, it's an opportunity. I don't believe in mistake. Sometimes, you can turn the mistakes to something's good. And I just, with that idea in my mind, when I was painting this one, and suddenly, as in a few minutes, you will see what happens to the forehead, the face, the nose, every part that I painted. Because the next day when I came, I wasn't sure how this hardware store paint is going to work. But when I came the next day to paint, and I realized that there are a lot of cracks on the face, nose, and everywhere. And my thought was the painting got ruined. I promised my friend to paint this for him. But then as I looked at it more and more, and I realized that this painting has cracks all over the face. Can be, as I said, opportunity. It can be a style. You can paint picture just having crack on it, like when you do the mosaic pieces together, you put it together, make a picture, you have these lines, that I said you can have crack on a picture. That's what you see now. When I start doing it, I realize it. Forehead has cracks, nose, cheeks, they have a crack. But I decided to be consistent and just keep painting with the same. I could change this painting to the normal painting that everybody pour on a canvas, but I said no, let me just keep using the same paint I have to see where we end up with it. And to be honest with you, I believe that this type of a painting with this kind of a paint can be have its own style. You can paint picture that has a cracks that you didn't have anything to do with it. It just created by the paint itself. At the beginning, I was very disappointed that it happened, but then I realized that it's all right. I mean, I can use it for my advantage. I can turn that one to make it as a style of painting. And I'm sure if you have those cracks, you can follow those cracks and open it up and fill it up with some things. It makes it like different color makes it like a mosaic painting. It just, for right now, I take it as it was a oops that happened, but I'm considering it as oops, that as what the Bob Ross says, happy accident. It was a happy accident. And it can be, at the end, it can be good. And I believe that it is good. And I think it's just it can be a style of painting if you want to do it. It was a happy accident. Okay. For right now, I am just trying to explain as much as I can with these tools that I'm using for this painting. Okay, I'm going to just take a few minutes break, and then I will join you guys. Okay. Some things about I would like to say about these tools that I made. First of all, these are all made by my own. It's a prototype. It's not 100% there. It's some things that I can use it for right now. But it is I call it, you call it patent pending, and hopefully it comes. Apparently I may get it, I'm not so sure, but I think it's just it's a patent pending. One of the problem that I have, because I don't have a variety of paint, these FlowCups, I have just for each type I have just one. Sometimes when I'm painting, and I like to have like, for example, if I'm working on a certain areas, I want to have like a certain area when you have 3 or 4 different kind of colors, shapes in there. Okay. If I have a few of them right by me, when I start painting that section that requires a few different colors close together or they merge together, I would like to have few of them at the same time, but I cannot have it for right now. I have to just use one cup at the same time. But some of the cups, some of these FlowCups, is allow me to do certain things that the others they don't. And
Generate by AI.
if I have the same cup, flow cup in a different colors in it, allows me to just like a, you know, merge these color together, mix them right on a canvas with more detail. At the same time, I come up with the idea that also helps in the process of Flowism painting, you know, when you are using flow cups. As you can see, I use squeeze bottle. The top part of the squeeze bottle, it's functionally works like a flow cup, that like a funnel, and the top part of it functions like a you know, flow cup. But I did attach it to the squeeze bottle. Like I don't have, as I said, I don't have too many squeeze bottle. If I had, like, for example, as you can see here, I have a squeeze bottle that I'm using it for around the eyes, because that area is very, when it comes to the painting portrait of a blonde person, you want to show as, you know, be as close as you can to show the person. And right now, as you see, that I'm just having one squeeze bottle that for just using black. But if I had more of that squeeze bottle, like I could use for, you know, white or brown or tan color, I can, you know, play around them and do more detail. But for right now, I have to just go with the black. And sometimes these black, they, you know, when you flow the paint on the canvas, sometimes, you know, it just moves a little. Sometimes you pour more than you supposed to. If I had a different, you know, squeeze bottle with that kind of a head, that you know, flow cup head, I could do better, you know, a lot more detail. But as I said, for right now, all the tools, all the things that I'm using is prototype. But as soon as I get it get clear that I got the patent, and I'm going to see if I can do some things that to bring it to the market and at least make it available for everybody that wants to paint this style of painting. It's just it's a challenging, but it is it's, for me, it's a rewarding. I'm doing some things that makes me feel good, and at the same time I challenge myself. Some things about these squeeze you know, flow, whatever, I don't even have a name for it, to be honest, but I know I use it with the for a cup. I could call it flow cup, but I don't know what I should call this one. A squeeze, pro squeeze, mix squeeze, whatever, flow, whatever. I don't know, but it allows me to do more detail. and this squeeze
Generate by AI.
flow cup painting allows me to right now my computer went off. I have to see what's happening.
Generate by AI.
That gray color that I got it from hardware store, and add black to it, made it for part of the beard and hair, for a dark area, black area. those area does not have as much crack. On a beard, maybe it has because I put quite a thick paint on it, but overall does not have too many cracks on a black area. But the background, I kept it in a white with paint that I got it from hardware store. And when I finished the painting, I wasn't sure that my buddy, my friends will want it, because he said he wants me to paint something for him, and he gave me this picture, and I did, but I wasn't sure that he wants it. And I told him that my intention was not to go to that direction, to have these cracks all over the painting. But the more I looked at it, and the more I realized that it can be a style. And when the painting got finished, I at the end I sealed it with a coating that it just keeps them all together. There is one thing else I want to say was I forgot what I was trying to say, but oh well. Now, I remember. What I was trying to say is some of the areas that I really, I was doing it very detailed. Sometimes, when you have a paint, I should say when I have a painting, sometimes I see some things, I change it right there without the camera. I don't think about it, and I just go in there and change some things. And in case if you saw some stuff that it's not being done in front of the camera, that's what it is. It just, I did it off the camera. I just noticed it, and I just say, okay, I can change that and change. I do a lot when it comes to the portrait picture. I don't paint too many portrait, here there, but overall it's a challenge to paint portrait. But I'm going to, in the future, I'm going to show you how you can paint. See, the challenge is how can you paint like this if you go to the nature. That's a challenge. And I'm sure there are ways to go around it, but my things is just I'm trying to challenge myself in the future. Like sometimes I want to paint Flowism style, still life. I want to put some things and paint them, and I'm going to challenge myself and show you how you can do it, and what you need to do and what you shouldn't do. because I'm just, as I said, this is a journey for me,
Generate
and
by AI.
I like to pass it on, any things I know, any things I learn to others. The main concern I have right now, I cannot offer any ways for you guys to make these tools, because it was a headache for me to make these tools, because it just but anyway, as soon as it gets to the point that I can things going, I don't know, for right now I'm just I'm doing it myself. You guys, you can learn from it, mistakes that I do, but in case in the future you decided to paint, you have to just wait until these proper tools made professionally, not just with the glue things I made. Some of them it doesn't work really well, but overall with what I made, I think it's doing really good. But I'm sure if I make it professionally, it's done, when it's made professionally, it can do a lot better job. As you see on this, right now I am more on a detail part of it. I'm sometimes, this is one of the challenges of every artist. You don't know when to stop. Somebody said, when you are looking for some things to fix, then that's the time you should stop. If you're done, you're looking, zooming your eyes on that, and you are trying to find some things to fix it, that means you need to stop. And sometimes, if you don't stop all the way, you give the people that they are watching or seeing your painting a little, challenge. They can finish whatever they think the picture look like in their mind. But overall, I am more into not finishing all the way. Sometimes, that's the reason I said this painting, and with the cracks, it just, for me, it has a character, and it just has a character. It's, my intention was not that, to have cracks on the painting, but it's not bad. After, when the whole thing is done, when I put the coating on it, and at the end I framed it to see how does it look to me with the frame. Sometimes I look at it without a frame, sometimes with frame for a little while. It just with the frame, it just makes it a difference. The other things, notice that on my, as I said, when I did the recording was done in two, one from the above, the one from the left side. But the one from the left side, the colors on that one is different than what it is on this one. It just overall is different. And even when I took a picture of it with the frame, as you saw in the beginning of it, and also you will see at the end of it, this video, you will see that it is just, even the picture that I took with my own camera or whatever is different. I can say that I'm not professionally good editing, on a recording, but for right now I'm just doing the best to make these new way of painting and showing it to the world the best I can with what I have. It just it's I can say it's going so slow, but it goes surely it goes forward. It's just a challenge. As you can see on this, the end part of my painting I'm using mostly with I use a squeeze bottle for a very detailed area. It allows me to control, as I said, FlowCups and does different. I can certain things, I'm allowed to do on that one. Certain things I'm allowed to do on this one with this squeeze bottle one portion of it. But the top part of it, the scoop part of it, the funnel part of it, the top part of it, of a flow cup and these squeeze one, they are the same, but they are in the different sizes, different shapes. As I said, when the patent comes, I will try to make it more available to others, but I have to just, that's by itself is a challenge for me. See how I want to do it. The rest of the paint, I think I have like a maybe 7 minutes left for this video to end. As I said, I'm very pleased with the results of this painting. This is as I said, this is my second portrait picture that I'm doing it Flowism style, and I'm going to, in the future, I'm going to do more ways to do, like I'm going to do nature painting. I'm going to experiment with all of them, but I'm going to have more still life. As I said, that Flowism is one of those way of me painting. I have other ways too. These are, as I said, the more I do it, the more I will explain. I have some other tools that helps me to find the color, mix the color, easy way. See, I don't want to admit, but it's just a truth. Not everybody is good mixing colors. You don't have to know how to draw to be an artist, to be painter. You don't have to know how to mix colors. There are ways you can minimize it. When they say somebody's a handicap, I don't like the idea. Nobody's a handicap, but with the technology the way it is, and in some areas it helps you. If you are weak in some things, you can use technology. If you're not good drawing, you can trace it. But don't let that one stop you from doing. If you want to learn how to draw, that's fine. But don't because you don't know how to draw, that doesn't mean you should stop painting. It's just crazy. You have to just you're like anybody else. Nobody is perfect. Everybody, they have their own downside mistakes or defect or whatever. But you use your environment, anything's around, you just make yourself perfect. If you have to use some things that helps you to do some things better, that's how it is. If you want to write a book, in the old days they used a pen. Right now they use the computer. They do the same things. They write books. They just use the tools, use the technology is there, and to do things that you like. Don't let them stop you. Me, I draw, but not really good draw. I don't draw really well, but I can draw. And at the same time, I don't know how to mix paint, but I am finding ways to mix paint. But I can tell you that I'm creative. I have stuff in my head that it just always, I wanted to bring it out. I don't know, I call myself as a person that is creative. I have a love for painting, art, but I don't have too much knowledge on all of them. But I know I'm creative. I can see things, I can feel things that I can do. Like everything you see right now on my channel that I'm doing it, these are all in some point it was in my head. When I was working on my lunch break and I had just doing things. Some things about right now, I'm doing some stuff, some adjustment on this, but after it is done, I will. I didn't do it in front of the camera, but some of them I did it off the camera because, as I said, the time, and I adjusted some of the things. Painting is like a, try and error things, but when it gets to the certain point of the painting, it just most artists, they say there's no return. You have to go forward. Whatever happens. You just go forward, and that's what I did. I want to say thank you to everybody that is watching my video, and it's a challenge.